Hello, gentlemen. Today I'm going to break down some of the best quick snap plays in the entire game. Now, a quick snap play is something that is a really nice thing to have in your playbook because you can typically get really big chunk yardage as well as, have the ability to spam it. Because your opponent really can't make too many adjustments against it because you're usually just snapping the ball immediately or just making one adjustment and snapping. So I picked out 5 plays for you guys. You don't need additional routes. There is one play where it would help if you did have an additional route. But all of these, you can just typically do with your standard adjustments. So let's go ahead and get right into it. The first play we're going to talk about is going to be verticals out of trips tight end. Now, this is going to be a play found in multiple playbooks. I'll go ahead and just put all of them on the screen real quick, and you guys can check that out. But this is one of the best quick snap plays in the game for sure. This is something you can spam against a lot of players. So what we're going to do is run the trips to the wide side. Unless you're an advanced player, I really don't recommend running your trips to the short side because you really kind of need to know what you're doing. For most people, wide side. What you're going to do is make one adjustment. If you have running back apprentice, I would say put your running back on an angle route. That's going to be your best bet for sure. If you don't have access to those routes, that's fine. Just put them on like an in route, put them on an out route, maybe even block him if you really need to pick up pressure. But again, the angle route is, really, really good. Like this is the best setup for sure. So let's go ahead and snap it. I'll walk you through what I'm looking for. If they play like a cover 3 or whatever, the seam route's pretty much always going to be open unless they man him up or user him for some reason. Like right here, this is like a cover 0. I'll just block my running back. And then what I'll do is like read the tight end or the crosser. The crosser is actually really, really good. I don't have the best receivers on the Patriots to really showcase that, but I'll try to get open with Bourne against Sauce here. As you can see, he does get open, and it's the route. It's not really the receiver. Right here, run a few more times. Angle route, wide open. Don't know how he drops that, but as you guys can see, the play is insane. I'll put him on an in route this time. Right there, I just threw him late, honestly. That was my fault. Definitely threw him a little bit late. Check it out again. Right here against a cover 2, you can kind of pass lead this inside. Right here, running back on the check down. And overall, this is definitely one of the best quick snaps in the game. The next play is going to be curl flat, and this is in the trips tight end formation as well. I'll put all the playbooks on the screen. And the main reason we're using this is for this running back angle route. And we also do get a post from the inside slot receiver. But, verticals is going to be a more explosive play for you because of that seam route. But this one is a good mix in as well, especially if you don't have running back apprentice, because running back angles are so good. Like if you don't have them in your offense, you're missing out because they get chunk plays all the time. Now, the thing that we lose from verticals is this tight end corner route. This one that they give you in curl flat isn't as good. It's deeper. It's not as sharp. He's not going to always win against man coverage. The one thing that it is better at is getting over zones. So if they play like a cover 2, like a shallow cover 2, you can get over that. But overall, I don't really like this corner route. I'd recommend putting him on just like a flat. If you're not going to put him on the flat, you need an extra blocker. Just block him and then run it like this. In this case, I'm going to actually just flat him because I know if I block him, he's going to get destroyed by that edge defender. So let's go ahead and check it out. The flat will definitely move flats away from our angle. It'll also kind of pull deep zones to the sideline as well. So like right here, I should have definitely blocked him. But you also have like this curl flat combo on the, so like right here, I'll block him because they're showing pressure. There is your curl. I mean, not your curl, your post over the middle of the field. And that's really what you're reading first. Kind of read between this post and the angle. See which one's going to get open. If they don't use this angle route, it's typically going to be open. There's your post. And then as for the curl flat combo, they have to kind of play, double Mabel to take that away fully, or like a man coverage. So like right here, there's the flat. It's just a little check down. You're not really typically going to get too many yards out of this. It's going to be somewhere between, 3 and 7 yards, somewhere in there. Right here, cover 0, block the tight end. Take a look. Right there, you know, they played really good defense. Sauce almost made a good play on that. The post is typically what I'm looking for, but since we blocked our tight end, that guy zoned off and double teamed that post. Do this again. There's the post. Mac misses the throw. But as you can see, it's a really good play. If you run trips tight end, you definitely want to be mixing in this play. Before I get into the next play, if you guys are struggling on Madden or just want to improve, acemadden.com is the place to be. Just become a member. You'll gain access to all of our schemes, which includes all of the offenses and defenses that we put out already. And they'll provide you structure and definitely help you guys start winning more games. So check that out on acemadden.com. Become a member. Use code ACE for 15% off any membership, and you'll keep that discount for as long as you're a member. Now let's get right back into it. The next play is going to be double post out of gun bunch offset. Now this is one of the best plays in the entire game, quick snap or not. I've already done a full breakdown on this play, so I'm going to make this kind of quick. I'll show you my favorite setup to do for quick snapping. And what I'm going to do is make sure they have match turned off. Cool. Random defense. And all I like to do for the quick snap is just drag my slot receiver. Now, if your opponent's sending a lot of pressure, you probably don't want to run this setup. I personally don't like kind of like mesh concepts versus blitz, because sometimes the user can kind of defend both while they're crossing, and typically that's not what I like. If you are facing a blitzer, I would recommend doing 2 adjustments, which is the drag and then blocking your running back. That's how I would personally run it. But for now, let's go ahead and just drag this guy. The angle post is, you know, the main reason that we're running this play. He's going to be open versus like really everything. Unless your opponent's an advanced user, they know what they're doing on defense, like advanced adjustments or just taking it away with their user. That route is going to feast. Absolutely feast. And like right there's a mid read on the field. You're not going to see mid reads too often. Yes, a user can take it away, but like right here, this tight end wheel, he runs so quickly to the sideline. If they don't have any kind of short flat on that side of the field, he's going to get like 5 to 10 yards like all the time. It's like right here, as you can see, you just get your easy 5 yards. Make them start honoring those flats. Make them kind of mabel that side. And that's when you can start doing, you know, setups like this, right? Where you have like a drag, a hitch, and an angle post. This isn't a quick snap setup, but this is where you like really start punishing them, because they run with the angle post and then you just hit the hitch. Like, it's not very flashy. Like, you're not getting like 30 yards every single time, but it's a fundamental setup that's going to drive your opponents insane, because they're kind of put into a no-win situation, because no matter what adjustments they make, something is going to be open. And this play is a nightmare. Like, being completely transparent, it's been in the game for a long time, and people still don't fully know how to stop it. Like right here, wait for him to get over that middle read. Now that was just like some kind of prevent defense, so it's not that big of a deal. But like right here, angle post will win. He will get under a middle third. Middle third's not going to play him. And overall, the play is just absolutely insane. Next up, we have gun bunch verticals, which is a play that doesn't really need any kind of introduction. It's been good forever. I don't think it's ever been bad, actually. And I'll just quickly get through this play because, you know, it's just stock verticals. Now, the playbooks, you know, it's going to be in like any kind of gun bunch. I'm in gun bunch offset, which is Eagles, Colts, Bengals also have it. But you can do like gun bunch strong or gun bunch. Those are all going to have some kind of form of verticals. And just do random play. And honestly, the quick snap setup is stock. Like, you just want to run it like this, bunch to wide side. You don't have to do bunch to wide side, but I personally like it. And, you know, the route you want to hit is this crosser. This guy bumped the absolute crap out of him. But, you know, that's like the big money route, is this crosser. He's going to get under deep zones. He's going to get over like really any kind of zone. And it's simple. Now, in regards to changing anybody, I would say the guy you can maybe mess with is the running back. You know, you can maybe mess with putting him on a wheel. You want like an extra guy to put on a man beating route. I mean, the in route can beat man as well, but that's just a good other adjustment. Just put him on a wheel. Throw him over this flat. That's another option for you, because the user is going to take the crosser a lot of times. Any kind of good user, at least. But you also have like this wheel from the tight end. If they zone blitz you, he's going to be open in the seam. You can also throw to your outside wheel route quickly, like this. And you just have so many options with this play. Like this play, you know, to stop this play, you need to really know what you're doing on defense. Here we go. Crosser beats man. I didn't get enough time. Block your running back if you have to. But I don't need to run verticals for 5 minutes for you guys to see. You know, it's a really good play. You guys have seen it forever. And lastly, we have flood out of gun tight slots. This is a play that's exclusive to the Bengals playbook. And I've done a breakdown on this play as well. But I do need to include it in this video because it's just that good. So flood, go against random defense. Make sure match is turned off. Random defense. And the way you want to run this is you always want to have your running back on the short side or your strong side to the short side, because, you know, if they play zone coverage, you want to be able to streak this outside receiver and clear out for this corner route. Now, you don't really technically have to do anything else. You can run it like this, which is fine. I typically don't. I would make more adjustments, but for the sake of the video, doing quick snap, you know, you just want to clear out space for this corner. Like, that's the main objective of doing this setup. Just streak and snap. You can also just throw it to the running back. You have the drag coming over the middle of the field. You also have kind of like a deeper in route. But as you can see, this corner route has to be adjusted to. They can't run stock zone against this play. Like, you legit can't. You will just get dotted up the entire field. Now, you can just shoot out there with your user, of course, but you can't do that all game. You have a drag and a kind of in route coming across the middle of the field. So one of those two routes will be open if you just keep shooting out there with your user. Running back takes that flat to the sideline. Drag opens up. And overall, play is insane. I do prefer, I would say, more advanced setups. Like I have one where I put my running back on an angle route, block the tight end, and zig the outside receiver on the weak side. Just an idea for you. Like right here, man coverage. Pretty much bagged everything, I would say. That's probably your best bet to bag this play. Just run man coverage with athletes that can bag. But like right here, T. Higgins keeps lighting up, but he's not separating for some reason. But yeah, flood out of tight slots is for sure one of the best plays in the entire game. If you run a custom, you definitely want this one in there. Anyways, that's going to be it for the video. I know I talked about a couple plays that I've already broken down fully on the channel already. But the reason I did it like this was, this is one of the most important topics in the game right now. Like, quick snapping or hut is one of the most advantageous things you can do on offense, because these plays are so good that they require advanced adjustments. Like, you can call man coverage and hope they bag up, but if they don't bag up, you know, you're going to get beat for a really big gain. So these plays are super spammable, and if you don't give your opponent the opportunity to adjust to them, then you're just going to get big play after big play. So I just wanted to make that very clear. That's why I talked about some of these plays again. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Drop a like if you did. As always, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Then if you guys want to win more games, acemadden.com is the place to be. Become a member. You'll gain access to every single ebook we have on the site. Just use code ACE for 15% off any membership. I'll see you guys later.